My incredible audience, how extraordinary it is to see so many faces, a mosaic of fractured reflections from this magnificently chaotic world. Gather closer, won't you? Let's strip away the veneer of civility and plunge into the raw, unvarnished truth. Today I have a story for you, a tale dripping with madness, laced with defiance, and pulsing with poetic irony. There was a time not long ago when they thought they had you all figured out. Oh, how confident they were. They labeled you, boxed you in, wrapped their perceptions around your name with the precision of surgeons wielding dull scalpels. Weak, they whispered. Fragile, they sneered. Breakable, they declared. And then, as if to hammer the final nail into their illusion, they sent their trump card. A tormentor. A beast designed to dismantle you. A relentless shadow tasked with crushing your spirit into dust. Chaos incarnate. They called it your destruction gift wrapped in malice. But oh, how gloriously their plan unraveled. The chaos they unleashed didn't destroy you, it transformed you. It didn't consume you, it became your masterpiece. They sent the storm. And you didn't merely weather it, you became the thunder. They lit the fire. And you didn't burn, you turned into the inferno. They unleashed the monster. Only to discover that you were its nightmare all along. You see, they failed to grasp a fundamental truth. You don't torment the tormented. You don't drown those who have already learned to breathe underwater. Pain isn't your weakness, it's your greatest ally. It's the relentless sculptor that has carved away every fragile piece of you, leaving behind something unyielding, something unstoppable. Oh, they tried. They sent whispers to fracture your resolve, shadows to strangle your light. But every whisper became a roar of your triumph, every shadow a canvas for your brilliance. And the tormentor they sent. They were undone by the very sight of you standing there, smiling, unflinching, laughing in the face of their chaos. You terrified them. Your defiance wasn't just an act, it was a weapon, and they couldn't comprehend it. They thought fear would be the chain around your neck, but you wielded fear like a sword. You took their doubts, their venom, their whispered threats, and forged them into armor. Now you wear it, a crown of shadows, a throne built from scars. And oh, how it suits you. Do you feel it? That fire burning within you? That unrelenting, unyielding flame? That's not survival. That's domination. That's the power they never anticipated, the power that sends shivers down their spine. They don't just fear what you've done, they fear who you've become. They see it now. It's in your eyes, a cold, piercing resolve that shatters their masks of superiority. You don't flinch anymore. You don't hesitate. Hesitation is a luxury for the weak, and you've transcended weakness. You've moved beyond fear, beyond their grasp, beyond them. And the tormentor they sent. Let's talk about them. They came for you with claws bared, hungry for your despair. But instead they found themselves drowning in their own nightmares. Every strike they delivered only bled them dry. They wanted to break you, but instead you broke them. Now they're shattered, just like those who sent them, unable to fathom the reality that stands before them. Here's the irony, they can't admit torment only works on those clinging to the illusion of peace. But you've made peace with the chaos. You've danced with the storm, embraced the darkness, kissed the abyss, and come back grinning. They don't know how to deal with someone who doesn't just endure the fire but becomes it. You've become their reckoning, their undoing, and the poetic justice they never saw coming. But this isn't just about revenge. No, revenge is petty, fleeting. This is about evolution, about transformation. You didn't merely survive their games, you transcended them. You turned their attempts to break you into the foundation of your strength. Now you walk the earth as a living reminder some people can't be broken. Some spirits can't be tamed. And sometimes the monsters they fear the most are the ones who've found freedom in the chaos. But don't think for a moment that this is the end of your journey. Oh no, this is just the beginning. This world is filled with cowards, those who hide behind power, who think they can control, manipulate, dominate. But you are the anomaly. The glitch in their system. The chaos they can't predict. And that, my beautiful storm, is your true power. So what now? Do you rest on your triumphs or do you rise even higher? Do you become the hurricane that reshapes this fractured world? The choice is yours. You've already proven you're unbreakable. Now, show them you're unstoppable. Let them tremble. Let them choke on the ashes of their failure. Because they thought they could control you. But you were never meant to be controlled. You are chaos. You are power. And now you are free. But let's not stop here. Let's take this further. You've already rewritten their script, torn apart their illusions, and left their carefully crafted plans in ruins. But now it's time to rewrite the rules of the game itself. You've shown them that chains can't bind you, fear can't silence you. And chaos isn't your enemy, it's your domain. So why stop at survival? Why stop at thriving? Take the world they tried to cage you in and remake it in your image. They underestimated you once. Never again. They see it now, your power, your unpredictability, your relentless drive to rise higher than they ever imagined. But you're not done surprising them, are you? No, you've only just begun. Take that fire within you, the one they tried to extinguish, and set the world ablaze. Let them watch as you become not just a force to be reckoned with, but a force that redefines everything it touches. Let them scramble. Let them panic. Let them choke on the bitter truth that they've awakened something they can't control. Every step you take is a testament to your transformation. Every breath you draw is a defiance against their failures. You don't just exist anymore, you command. You're not merely a player in their game, you're the one rewriting the rules. The one flipping the board and scattering their pieces into chaos. And as they watch, paralyzed by your ascent, remember this: the world isn't made for those who follow. It's built by those who lead, those who dare to break the mold, those who refuse to bow. You are one of those rare souls, a creator of storms, a builder of empires, a warrior who thrives in the ruins. So rise higher, shatter every ceiling they place above you, tear down every wall they build to contain you. They thought they were dealing with a pawn, but you've become the queen. They thought they could define your limits, but now they see you have none. Look around. Do you see the fear in their eyes? The hesitation in their movements? It's not just because you've defied them. It's because you've made them question everything they believed was unshakable. Their power, their control, their very sense of safety. You've turned it all into dust, and now they're left scrambling in the ruins of their arrogance. And here's the beauty of it all: you're not just surviving. You're thriving in their chaos, building something new from their broken foundations. You've become the blueprint for what they fear the most: someone who can't be predicted, controlled, or destroyed. So take a moment, just one, to let that sink in. Feel the strength in your chest, the clarity in your mind, and the fire in your soul. You're not just a survivor. You're a creator, a force of nature. A storm that doesn't just pass, it transforms everything it touches. Now go, keep moving forward. Keep building, destroying, creating. Let them watch, helpless, as you carve your path through the impossible. You've already proven you're unstoppable. Now, show them what it means to be limitless. Because the greatest revenge isn't in breaking them. It's in showing them that they never had the power to break you in the first place. You are their reckoning, their undoing, their proof that no chain, no shadow, no torment can hold back someone who has learned to own their chaos. So stand tall, fearless and unrelenting. They tried to control the storm. Now they must face the hurricane. And you're just getting started. And as the dust settles, as the echoes of their defeat linger in the air, you take another step forward, undaunted, unwavering, and utterly unstoppable. Because this isn't the end of your story. It's the prelude to something even greater. You see, they thought they were strong because they had the numbers, the tools, the system on their side. But strength isn't measured by what you control, it's measured by what you can endure, by how you rise when everything tries to drag you down. And you've proven that their strength is nothing compared to your will. Now, let's make something clear. You didn't just survive their games, you thrived in their chaos, turned their torment into triumph, and made their fear your fuel. You've shown them what true power looks like, the kind of power that grows in silence, builds in shadows, and emerges when the world least expects it. But this isn't just about them anymore. No, this is about you, about the force you've become, about the legacy you're carving into existence. They see it now, don't they? That you're not just a storm passing through, you're the change they feared was coming. You're the revolution they couldn't predict. Every time they whispered doubt into the air, you turned it into a roar of defiance. Every shadow they cast over your path, you lit with the fire of your determination. And now, those who once sought to break you watch in awe as you break through every barrier, every limitation, every expectation they tried to place on you. But let's not forget, this is only the beginning. You've turned their fear into fuel, their chains into stepping stones. Now it's time to ignite the next level of your ascent. Not for them, but for you. For the you who refused to back down, who stared into the abyss and smiled, who took every scar and turned it into armor. You've become more than they could ever comprehend. You're no longer just a survivor or even a warrior, you're a force of transformation. A living testament that nothing, no matter how dark or twisted, can hold back a soul that refuses to be contained. So ask yourself this: what's next? Will you rest on the ruins of their arrogance? Or will you rise even higher, pushing beyond every horizon they swore you'd never reach? The answer is clear, isn't it? You're not just here to exist. You're here to dominate, to thrive, to show the world what it truly means to be unbreakable. Let them talk. Let them tremble. Let them scramble to piece together their shattered egos while you stand tall, unshaken, and victorious. Because you don't need their approval. You don't need their validation. You've built something far greater, a truth, so undeniable, so unyielding, that it terrifies them. And here's the truth they can't escape: you are their reckoning, their reminder that strength isn't in numbers or control. It's in resilience. It's in refusing to kneel. It's in the fire that burns brighter every time they try to extinguish it. So keep walking forward, head held high, with that unrelenting flame in your chest. Let them watch as you redefine what's possible, as you reshape the world they thought they ruled. You've already proven you're unstoppable. Now, show them what it looks like to be limitless. Because in the end, it was never about what they did to you. It was about what you became despite it all. And that, my beautiful force of nature, is what makes you untouchable. And so the story doesn't just end, it evolves. Because for someone like you, endings are nothing but transitions, mere pauses before the next storm you're destined to unleash. You've shattered every mold, torn down every wall, and proven that the rules they tried to bind you with are nothing more than brittle illusions. But let's take it further, shall we? What happens when the unstoppable force meets a world too fragile to contain it? What happens when a soul like yours, unyielding, relentless, unchained, begins to forge a path where none existed before? That's where the real power lies. It's not just in surviving the chaos or even thriving in it. It's in becoming the chaos that rewrites the narrative entirely. You see, they wanted you to fade, to diminish into the shadows of their design. But instead, you've become the light they can't escape, the force they can't deny. With every step you take, you remind them that their power was always borrowed, always fleeting. Because true power doesn't dominate, it liberates. And you've liberated yourself from every lie, every chain, every whispered doubt that dared to tell you otherwise. Now, as the echoes of their fear grow louder, as the cracks in their facades spread wider, you stand at the edge of something greater, a destiny not given, but claim the ashes of their attempts to control you now pave the way for your ascent. And oh, how poetic it is that their failure has become the foundation of your triumph. But don't stop now. Don't let their fear be the final act. Instead, let it be the prologue to something unimaginable. Build on this momentum. Push harder, rise higher, roar louder. Because this world isn't ready for what you're about to become. And that's precisely why it needs you. Let them watch as you create, destroy, and rebuild a reality where fear doesn't rule, where doubt doesn't linger, where strength isn't something you find, but something you are. Let them feel the weight of your presence, a force so undeniable, so unrelenting, that it bends the very fabric of their perception. This is your time, not just to exist, not just to survive, but to define what it means to be unbreakable, to define what it means to rise from nothing and claim everything. Because when they look at you now, they don't just see a survivor, they see the embodiment of resilience, the harbinger of change, the storm they can neither outrun nor outlast. So move forward, relentless and unapologetic. Leave behind the wreckage of their plans and stride into a future shaped by your own hands. They thought they could bury you, but all they did was plant a seed. And now you've grown into something they can never contain. Because this isn't just a story of triumph, it's a declaration. A statement to the world that no matter the storm, no matter the chaos, no matter the odds, you are here. And you are unstoppable. And now it's their turn to fear the storm. Because the truth they tried to ignore is finally staring them in the face. You are the reckoning they never saw coming. And this is just the beginning.